This is a story about an old car and a stupid plan. Because the good ideas are usually the boring ones. Because hey, what could possibly go wrong? Okay guys, I'm somewhere in the Kazakh steppe. It's a bit higher of altitude, it's about over 1,000 meters here, so it's not quite as hot and it's absolutely beautiful. It's so quiet. I almost feel like I'm talking too loud here because it's so beautiful and quiet here. Okay guys, just entered the canyon area. Paid 3,000 tenge for one con, one person, which is roughly 60 euros, a bit less, 5 euros, 5 euros. Slow this morning. Anyway, it already looks promising here. Look at it. Okay guys, don't mind my head. I have to somehow protect myself from the burning sun here. But this canyon is kind of amazing. I mean, there are a bit too many people, but a part of that, I mean, just look at these sculptures in the rocks. Amazing colors, amazing formations. Because the details of the rocks are amazing. Oops, almost fell into a bush. Anyway, yeah, I would say it's recommendable to come here. Okay, walked about 3 kilometers down to this whole river back there. It's really beautiful. And now I'm going the same way back up to the parking. For a bit more lazy people, there are also the option to drive in a buchanka. There's one coming behind me right now. Yeah, but come on. I mean, it should be possible to walk 3 kilometers in one direction and 3 in the others. Lazy guys. Anyway, buchanka style. And I've got my safety shoes. So basically, nothing can go wrong here. I have a feeling I'm the only one walking this direction, so everybody's stopping me, asking me to afford to through this because the other guys are driving back by car. Okay, I'm a bit out of breath. I just came up this path, climbing up from all the way down to the ridge. And up here, the view on the word is especially awesome. Okay guys, that's not the Paris fashion show, but that's me hiding from the sun. And yes, it doesn't look great, but nobody cares. Just say I'm kind of tired. It was a pretty rough week, honestly. Getting stuck in Ankara while flying back to Bishkek. Then another night in the plane in all this burning heat. Almaty was absolutely great, but also quite, intense, let's put it this way. So I won't drive that far anymore. I have some spot that I found on Overlander, which is 25 minutes from here. And I'll give that a look. Right now it's 5:30 in the afternoon, so good time to get a place to camp around 6:30 maybe. About 45 minutes before the sun sets, and cook something. And if I'm really lucky, I'll still find some cheese. But I guess I'm being too optimistic. I don't think those are that good for me to find any cheese. But some pasta with tomato sauce, so talking Germany and cheese would be just absolutely perfect. Or pesto. I don't know. Tomato sauce, pesto. I have both, but I don't have cheese. Let's see. Struggle somewhere in Kazakhstan. By the way, the road here is really good. It's not really finished yet. You can see some very thin lining on the middle of the road where there will be lines someday. And I guess this guy's warning me that there might be police somewhere. Just go really slow, like a good boy, along this perfect tarmac that is inviting to drive a bit faster. But so far everybody overtook me constantly and I'm just driving slow and relaxed, so I guess I should not get into trouble. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is about, but it looks like a lot of military heading straight towards China. It's kind of funny is if there's a construction site here, they don't close the road. They just continue. Oh, now I can go backwards. They just continue letting cars pass. And well, if you're smart, you won't cross the fresh asphalt, but even that's not really even closed off. Problem guy. But the good news is the road doesn't get closed. Okay guys, I'm back on the road. Had a small stop in a not very interesting campground. I don't think I took a single photo there. But it was nice to take a shower after a very sweaty day. Before that it was very hot, 38, 39 degrees, and well, I made the hike for the canyon, so yeah, shower was great. And now I'm heading down on amazing, perfect, almost finished roads towards the north of Kazakhstan. I decided to skip Astana. Bit sad, I got invited by a guy who offered me to weld some stuff on Theodore, which of course is a great offer. But on the other hand, there's not a lot to weld, and it's a 10-hour detour, so I'm heading straight towards Russia. My visa is valid starting tomorrow, so it's a good time to go there. On the right side you can see a second line that will be also like this one, I guess, at some point. So yeah, they're building a 4-lined road, and the only thing that's missing currently is the traffic. But I'm not complaining, it's perfect tarmac. And yeah, this goes on forever like that. Really great. Yeah, Kazakhstan is a nice country. I just quickly bought a bit of ibuprofen because sometimes my back is not so happy about me sitting so much in the car. And pharmacy, super nice guys are working. They gave me some nice cold water for free. Bojomi, my favorite Georgian water. Yeah, I'm very excited about my trip. The guy, he also lived in Germany during the Soviet Union, because many Kazakh people were, well, Soviet Kazakh people were stationed in Germany. It's not the first time I meet somebody. But of course the only language I speak here is Russian or Kazakh, which I don't speak. So Russian it is. Definitely helps in these countries to speak at least a bit of Russian. I think I speak like a 5-year-old kid, but they understand me, so that's good. Yeah, really nice, really friendly, open, warm-hearted people here. I think I should try to stop a bit more often to get to know a bit more people, because the last days I was mainly driving. The problem is that my Russian visa is valid starting from tomorrow, and it's still 1,000 kilometers to the border, so yeah, I don't know. But if the road's gone like this, it'll be easy to reach the border tomorrow. But if I still want to see something on the way, maybe I'll reach it the day after tomorrow, let's see. Okay guys, so it's quite hot here, about 39 degrees, and I got a very romantic spot where making a break. You can see the road behind me, so it was very well accessible. We had some food. I added a lot of cheese that I bought yesterday. It was already melting in the car, so I might as well melt it in my pot. Yeah, Theodore here right next to me, of course, and I think now I'll head out. Someone craving a cold lemonade. I don't know, I guess it's the heat. So I guess the petrol station will be soon. They have ACs, that's also great. And then I'll head further north. That's a lot of melons, but honestly I think I cannot eat it alone. I need some watermelon help, so I guess I won't buy one now. They'll just get old. I never see them growing anywhere. It's strange. You always see people selling them. Although this field here on the left, that is I think a watermelon field. So I just wanted to say that I don't ever see the fields, but here they are. Yeah. Okay guys, I'm somewhere in East Kazakhstan, and I want to get some groceries, so I just took a turn into a small village at the roadside, hoping to find a small shop. So in case you ever wondered how a village looks like here, this is how. So I think I found a shop. It doesn't look like a shop, but I guess that's right. Okay, the small shop was no big success. Only empty shelves. Bought some ice cream, so I got 2. I gave one to the maybe 7-year-old kid who was working there, and ate one myself. Oh no, maybe the kid was 10, but definitely very young. He was happy. And I have to admit, I'm a bad content creator, because actually I should have filmed everything, of course, but I didn't. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a guy traveling, so sorry about that. Anyway, now I drove for 15 minutes to the only bit bigger place here. That's how it looks. I'm standing in traffic right now because there's a supermarket here. I mean, to be clear, the other shop didn't have a single vegetable. I actually planned to buy some tomatoes and onions, and also didn't have any water. What they had were some pasta, I think, and like, well, really empty shelves. Coca-Cola, ice cream. That's basically it. So supermarket it is, and it's only 2 minutes away from here. Also, don't get me wrong, like these bigger towns are quite rare here. I think every 2-3 hours ride you'll find a larger town like this one. And it's only about half an hour away from my camping spot that I chose for tonight, so it's pretty convenient. And look at it, that's a real city almost, huh? Big buildings, people on bikes, small shop, but I'll take the big one now because I can. Might even buy some feta for tomorrow, that'll be luxury. Now look also here, on the right side, this white truck, it's the old DPD truck. Well, I guess they drove around in Germany a long time ago. Got exported now. You see many German trucks here with German writing on them from some companies. Okay, heading straight to the lake. And it does look quite promising. Very dusty behind me and beautiful in front. Can really distinguish a bit the lake in the distance. I'm not sure you can see it on the video. But it's not far anymore. The sun, even though it's evening, is still completely beating down. It's really crazy. Okay, deep tracks, but Theodore's height is high enough. That's good. Not grounding out. That's impressive bird. That bird. I think we're a team now. Bird and I and Theodore. 3 of us. It's pretty cool. Business here. So back on the road, past the dust, and trying to escape the heat. I mean, it's about 600 kilometers of ride today towards the north, towards Merey, I think is the place called. I plan to take a hotel there for a night, get a nice shower before entering Russia, because in Russia I'll be on a budget since I have only cash there and I don't want to carry like so much extra. Yeah, pretty hot. It's already 35 degrees, even though it's only 8 in the morning. Yeah, the end is desert roads. Okay guys, you know that you're kind of far away from home if rain makes you really happy. Because it was about 40 degrees all day long, and now look at this beautiful, beautiful rain coming down. And I have to say that's exactly what we need, because the rain just cools everything down a bit. It also implies that the sun is not beating down because there's some clouds. A real treat from heaven. Okay guys, we're reaching Semey. It's a city in the north, very northeast of Kazakhstan. I guess the only big city in the northeast, well, big city, big town. And I have to say the first impression is not exactly beautiful, rather industrial. But it's amazing that the sun is not shining, there are clouds. Yeah, look here. On the right hand side, some abandoned industrial sites. Looks rather authentic, I would say. Semey, Kazakhstan. I think it's the first time that I see these power lines in the city, surrounded by houses. It's kind of fascinating how roads don't get closed, no matter what work is being done. I mean, part of the tarmac got removed, And on the right hand side we can see this big machine that is putting tarmac on the road again. And at the same time, traffic is still driving. That's incredible. They never close roads. Of course it results in a small mess, but roads are open. Okay, crossing some big bridge over a river. I'll find out the name of the river later. That's only side arm, but that's also still pretty big. Yeah, pretty amazing. All this water suddenly is, considering that we're surrounded by steppe. I guess that might be one reason why there's a settlement here, a large one, because of the water. Didn't see a lot of that today. Just left the town of Semey, and I have to say it's quite impressive how suddenly the landscape changed. I mean, I just left the city, so it's about 1 kilometer behind me. Yesterday we were only driving through steppes. And now this almost looks like Russia to me. Pine forests, yeah, vegetation. I mean, like we crossed the river and suddenly on the other side of the river, it's a completely different vegetation around us. Okay guys, we're driving to Dmitrevka, and it's one of the last settlements in Kazakhstan. So we're heading straight to the Russian border. And that's it for now. Stay tuned, check in next Saturday to see if we made it to Russia, if they let us in. And see you next week.